All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about it. I am not at home, obviously. I am at the studio. We just filmed our TV show, if you didn't know. I also host a TV show, an NBA-related TV show on Tuesdays. Don't ask me what time. I actually don't know what time it airs. But we just wrapped up. We watched Denver Nuggets versus the OKC Thunder, and there was no way in hell I was going to drive 30 minutes home and then talk about it. I got too much on my mind, so let's get into it. There's so much you can say about this game, but I think majority of it is going to boil down to the last 15 seconds of a game. We watched 47 minutes and 45 seconds of a basketball game that, like, is not a lot to even really say because the ending of this game was so crazy that I got to talk about it. Okay. So, the Thunder decide to foul while up 3. Something we see all the time in basketball. And I'm always very iffy about it. Well, not iffy. I guess I can see it from both perspectives, right? You get the terrible times like tonight where you lose an entire game with this strategy. But I think the numbers say like 91% of the time, this is the best way to do it. So, like, again, I completely understand the idea behind it. I also don't think the OKC Thunder executed it well enough. So we start off, you foul up 3. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander hits 2 free throws. Boom. They come down and they foul Big Yoke. Big Yoke hits 2. I thought one of the cool things is because it's 13 seconds left in the game, by the way. Jokic is about to attempt his second free throw, and we get like this platoon substitution where Mark Daigneault puts all 3 of his centers in. It's Jay Will, it's Shaq, and Isaiah Hartenstein. We were watching in the studio like, damn, they came in like the Avengers. Jokic hits the second free throw. Boom. Timeout. We get some substitutions. One of the substitutions is to take Nikola Jokic out of the game. At this point in time, Nikola Jokic has 5 fouls. So, yeah, we're going to play the foul game. We have to foul them. We don't want Jokic nowhere near the ball. Damn it, we don't want him on the court. But what is lost in this is that the Denver Nuggets don't have a timeout. But in their mind, we're about to foul immediately. Boom, the first foul happens. The free throw goes up. Jokic is right back there. He's at the scorer's table, baby. But there was so much of a defensive blunder. This, in my opinion, is when the OKC Thunder should have won this game. There's so much of a defensive blunder that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander walks to the basket, gets rid of like 2 seconds on the clock, and they're up by 3 again with 11 seconds. And oh my God, because we didn't foul, we didn't get a dead ball, there's no Nikola Jokic checking into the game. This should be perfect for OKC in my mind. You're running the lineup. Peyton Watson is closing this game right now. No disrespect to P. I got a lot of love for you, big fella. You don't have Nikola Jokic, and you're up by 3. In my mind, as somebody that is not an NBA coach, this is the moment in time, or I'm not even a rec league coach. I ain't coached a goddamn moment in my life. This is the moment in time where we completely kill the foul up 3 thing. They have a 5-man lineup out there that we don't trust to generate a good open 3-pointer specifically. You know what I'm saying? And they can't get Nikola Jokic, the best player in the world, who looked like the best player in the world today. They don't have an opportunity to get him in the game. Let's play it straight up. And if they hit a 3, so be it. Damn it, they hit a 3 without Nikola Jokic. But instead, they foul. And not only do they foul without letting any time off the clock. And the reason why this is important is that the time that we fouled, and I'm saying we as if I'm an OKC guy here, the times that we fouled while up 3, we've basically not got any time off the clock. So we now are asking our players to hit, let's say, 8 to 9 to 10 free throws in a 15-second span because we are not utilizing the clock to our advantage. They foul before Denver can even get the ball a quarter of the way up the court. And then you get Aaron Gordon hitting 2. And because you stop the ball or you stop the play, Jokic is in the game. And then things happen. Westbrook fouls Chet Holmgren. And I kid you not, I right hand up 2. This is me and the guys that we shoot the show with. Shout out to the guys. We see Chet Holmgren walk up, and I promise you, I say, he's at least missing 1. He did a shoulder roll, and he did and listen, I can't say that I've watched every single Chet Holmgren free throw. Hell, even remember any other free throw. He had 2 in this game before. I don't know his free throw routine. That could legitimately be what he does for every single free throw. But this time, I'm like, he's going to at least miss 1. And not only did he miss 1, he missed 2. They get the rebound. Christian Brown kicks it up to Russell Westbrook. Aaron Gordon, 3. the second game winner of Aaron Gordon's postseason so far. The Denver Nuggets just find a way to win, and you just cannot count them out. There's a lot of people I want to give credit to on this one. Again, I got to give credit to Aaron Gordon, who not only hit this shot, but hit the 2 free throws previously to keep them in this game. He has just been amazing in this postseason run. Like, they call him, Mr. Nugget for a reason. He really is a man of the people, and he really is that impactful of a player that, like, some nights, like tonight, he is the second best player for the Denver Nuggets, at least in my opinion. He's the second best player for the Denver Nuggets, and obviously it's easy to say that after you hit a game winner. We got to give credit to Big Honey, 42 points, 22 rebounds. I just love the aggression that we got from him. Everybody was in foul trouble. He got everybody in foul trouble today. It was Chet in foul trouble. It was of course, Isaiah Hartenstein in foul trouble as well. And they just really didn't have an answer. They were loading up so heavily. Sometimes he would take the 3 to keep them honest. Sometimes they got the good switch where it was Caruso or it was Lu Dort, and he was just using that size and that body, which is seems easy to say, but I swear to you, sometimes it feels like a lost art in basketball. I guess I'll previously, or at the end of the video, talk about the previous game where, like, Jason Tatum, phenomenal NBA player, obviously, got the switch that he wanted 4 possessions in a row, and every single one of them ended up in a step-back 3. Nikola Jokic's like, no, you're going to put this little dude on me. I understand that they loading up, where I'm going to back him down. They did a good job getting to the passing lanes. Alex Caruso was fucking phenomenal tonight. It hurts to lose the game where Alex Caruso was that damn good, but this is, again, why the Nuggets have a chance in every single series. Big Honey was amazing. Russell Westbrook, I do believe this to be true. There's a version of Russell Westbrook that doesn't hit that ball up to Aaron Gordon. Recognizing there's 3 seconds on the clock. I am one of the fastest dudes on the court. There's one dude to beat. There's a version of Russell Westbrook that don't find that guy. And instead he tries to play the time, or he tries to play for the tie, right? But he has the wherewithal, the experience to kick it out to the corner. He just continues to be phenomenal. I mean, he was one of the biggest wild cards. There were certain times in that Clippers series where he killed them, and then he made up for it by being amazing. And I think tonight it was more amazing than killing. He had one of the turnovers that were really bad down the stretch, but other than that, he's been phenomenal this run, man. And again, with your OKC, you feel awful. I know Chet is kicking himself after 2 missed free throws, but this is what it is. It was Lou Williams. I think it was Lou Williams who said on Run It Back, the show that he hosts over there at FanDuel, that as a player fouling up 3, it can be scary stuff because the game is in your hand, and you just know that, of course, you have the added pressure. And at the end of the day, statistics are going to come into play. Chet Holmgren, 75% free throw shooter. He was 2 for 2 going into that free throw. Statistically speaking, he's probably missing one of these if we just want to play his averages. Now, damn it, he missed both. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the averages. But, like, you're just asking a lot of your guys to be able to hit these free throws, you know? And it turns out to be awful. There were times where I was critical of Rick Carlisle specifically. I think that was last year in the postseason. Rick Carlisle had a few games where they did not foul up 3, and the opposing. I wish I could tell you off the top of my head which games it were, but there were a few games where Rick Carlisle didn't foul up 3, and you're like, damn, if you foul up 3 right here, then you just trust your dudes at the free throws. And then again, you get this moment in time where not only do you lose this game, you lose home court advantage in a series where, again, you can see this team can hang. I didn't think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had an amazing performance. He had a couple big shots down the stretch. Dub did not have a good game. It really was Alex Caruso and Russell Westbrook being like the most important players on the court for stretching that third quarter there. So, you know, you would hope if you are the Thunder that this is just one big blunder and that's not indicative of who you are. You know, they spent the week and some change without playing a game of basketball while the Denver Nuggets just came out of a 7-game series. You would think advantage to the team that was resting, but like it's an age-old question, rest versus rust. I bet there's somebody that made or wrote a thesis on this, rest versus rust. Who ends up winning? I don't know the answer to it, but in this case, it was the rust. Actually, it was the rest for the majority of it, and then ended up being the rust at the end of it. So what a game, what a game, what a game. I love this series, man. And I feel bad because I wasn't able to do like a preview video for this series, but it's too late now, baby. We in the weeds. Quickly before we get out of here, and I can take my ass home because it is midnight here in Chicago. The Knicks won against the top team. This is what I was saying. if you gonna go 0 of 11 in a regular season against top end talent, whatever the hell the record is, you would want that first win to be in the postseason. Would you rather be 1-10 in the regular season and then 0-1 in the postseason? Hell no, lose all those regular season games because the postseason is where it matters the most. And I mean, shout out to the Knicks. But I thought this was more of a game where the Boston Celtics just got so very complacent. There's times when you watch the Celtics, and I'm saying this as a guy that truly does believe that this team is still the favorite to win a championship. So what I'm about to say, keep that in mind. There are times in quarters and stretches where you watch them and you could not tell that this is a team that just won a championship last year or a team that is favored to win this year. For them to get to the point where they shoot and miss 45 threes is insane. And that's where, like, if the silver line, if you're a Boston Celtics fan, we lost by 3 and we missed the most three-pointers in NBA history in the postseason. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't expect to do that again. But it's just time. Again, I mentioned Tatum earlier where you get the switch that you want. You play so hard. You spend 12 seconds trying to get this switch, and that's what we do with it? Insane. Jaylen Brown, we watched this together as well. Every time Jaylen Brown took a three, Pierre, who's a Knicks fan, is like, yep, that's exactly what we want. And that is exactly what they want as a team. But I do got to give credit to Jaylen Brunson, who continues to be the clutchest player in the league. I got to give credit to OG Anunoby, who had a couple big shots down the stretch. Give credit to Mikal Bridges with 2 of the best defensive possessions of this game. And at the end of the day, it don't matter how you got there. You were up 1-0. Is Spike Lee the curse? Because Spike Lee wasn't at this game because he was at the goddamn Met Gala. Maybe Spike Lee need to stay away and they can win. No, I'm sorry. I got so much respect and love for Spike Lee. I do think if there's things that the Knicks can do if they want to continue to win in this series, we got to find a way to get Karl-Anthony Towns more involved. There's just too many times where he's 30 feet away from the basket. I thought one thing that he did early in this game that was pretty interesting is that he was kind of camping down low, waiting for a shot to go up because it's like, you got a small defender on me. I trust myself as an offensive rebound. He ended up with 4 offensive rebounds today. Actually, they ended up with a ton of hustle plays between him and Josh Hart. But if you're the Celtics, you're like, yeah, this is not a great performance. We don't know what the hell's going to go on with Porzingis, but, like, we're not going to miss that many shots in a row again. But also, it's like you got to win 4 games in this series. You got to win 4 games in the next series and 4 more games. I feel like there has to be more to this team. It wasn't today. So that's it. I'm going to take my ass home because I got to get up to shoot the other show in the morning. Thank y'all.